know, today's Charolais cattle are not the same as they were 30 and 40 and 50 years ago. Just like your Ford pickup and your Chevy pickup has improved in the last 30, 40 years, it's safer and drives nicer. Well, our Charolais bulls are way better than they were 30 and 40 and 50 years ago too, and they're safer and they drive nicer because they calve well and they grow extremely well. Those calves go to the feedlot and just gain like crazy. You know, the packers that we deal with just, you know, the comments we get from them is they can't find enough calves out of our bulls.
One characteristic that I like out of the DeBruycker genetics is the thickness in the back end. If you look at where the back straps are at and you have a nice flat, thick hind end on them, and the cow carries a lot of weight there, and that tells me that it's got to put pounds on that calf and produce a steak at the end that the feeder can sell to the packer.
The DeBruckers are known for really great cattle, and they will buy our calves from us, so that shows how much faith they have in their own bulls.
Hello and welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minnick. This week we're in Dutton, Montana at DeBruycker Charolais. The DeBruckers are third-generation ranchers who've been in the industry for nearly 100 years. And almost half this time, since the early 1960s, they've spent raising purebred Charolais cattle and Charolais bulls. They started with a dozen heifers and have expanded to all parts of the United States and internationally as well. Customers appreciate their deep roots, years of experience, and proven feedlot and carcass data. You'll meet the DeBruckers when The American Rancher begins.
Starting a profitable family business, supporting a lifestyle, and pursuing a career in agriculture are the top 3 reasons why cattlemen become Lumix dealers.
Being a Lumix dealer gives me the flexibility to run my own business, make my own business choices, work with some great cattle producers, as well as help them have a successful livestock operation.
Build you and your family's future with the industry's leading free choice liquid supplement dealer network.
Superior Livestock Auction has been the pioneer in livestock video marketing since 1987. Each decade, we've built our reputation and take great pride in what we do best, marketing the country's greatest calves with value-added programs during our summer auctions for fall delivery. Our VAC program set the highest integrity for industry standards, and consignors and buyers alike reap the benefits. Superior Livestock Auction. Let us market your cattle the superior way. Visit us at superiorlivestock.com.
Welcome back to The American Rancher. The DeBruycker Charolais breeding program relies extensively on repeat customers and word-of-mouth advertising. The family has an exemplary service record for dealing with customers and a commitment to promoting the Charolais cattle and Charolais bull breed. The DeBruycker motto has always been, just facts, not fads. Following this pillar has resulted in top quality genetics and herd uniformity.
Well, here at DeBruycker Charolais, we're a family operation that, we've got different generations involved. My dad and mom started it by buying their first Charolais cows back in 1963. Bought their first heifers then, and just started growing from there. Sold a few bulls locally, and through time just kind of branched out. My older brother Mark, he's been on the ranch since the mid-70s and raising Charolais cows. My brother-in-law Joe Campbell came back and married my sister back in the early 80s. And during the 80s, they grew the operation with my father Lloyd. And then I came back home in the early 90s, and today we've got next generations coming back in. So
You know, I got started when I married Kathy, and I really hadn't been around cattle at all. But being around Lloyd and Mark and Brett, you know, it's just, they're a great fit for just about any other color cattle out there.
What's really nice about being in a family operation and working together is that we get to see each other on a regular basis. You know, every day or every other day, we're getting to talk on the phone, see each other face to face. I get to see my dad and my mom, you know, all the time and visit about, you know, what we're trying to get done with the operation, and the same with my brother and sister, and it's, you know, we're just pretty fortunate to have the kind of family ties that we have to each other, and you know, not every day is a picnic, but you know, we love each other, and we enjoy working together, and we're always trying to strive to do the same, you know, the right thing for our customers, and we feel like that's then the right thing for us.
I take them out in the barn with me when we're doing the barn work and stuff, and Trent and Seeley, they get to tag and milk cows once in a while, don't you?
It's like you get to milk too, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yep.
And one time, Joe squirted milk in your mouth.
So the cattle business is a wonderful business to be in. I mean, we're just very fortunate, but you know, besides trying to make the best cattle you can and making the genetics as good as you can, you know, one of the great things is you get to deal with people, in my mind. And I really enjoy dealing with both new customers, current customers, and you know, it's just great to be able to deal with them on a daily basis and find out how our genetics are working for them.
DeBruycker Charolais bulls make our black cows better. Calving went well. Birth weights on these bulls, their calves are really nice. Out of 550, I think we assisted probably 10 or 11 this last winter, so really good percentage.
I do have a good relationship with the DeBruycker family. They have helped me get to where I'm at, and I will give them credit for that, because I put together a herd, and by using their genetics, I've got a more uniform herd coming, and so they've given me lots of opportunity.
Every year we seem to get new calls and have new interest in our genetics and our Charolais bulls and our cows. I'm always just a phone call away to try to help a new guy try to figure out what our operation is about and what our genetics have to offer him. And I purchase a lot of bulls for people sight unseen and send them all over the countryside. And it's always with my personal guarantee of, you know, if you're not satisfied, neither am I. So I want the guys that want to work with us to be as satisfied as possible and try to get them the best bulls we can. Sam, what do you like about it? Like working bulls? Go ahead, say it. I like working bulls, Dad. Nice and loud. One more time, nice and loud.
I like working bulls.
When we return, we'll learn about the DeBruycker's innovative lease bull program. You're watching The American Rancher. Don't go away.
The wait is over. Superior Livestock is now offering an online store where you can buy everything Superior. From ball caps, vests, jackets, gloves, and more, Superior's online store has what you're looking for. Plenty to choose from for men and women, whether you're shopping for yourself or in need of that perfect gift. Go online today at superiorlivestock.com and click on our online store. You'll be glad you did.
Join the team, the Beef Quality Assurance Team. Getting BQA certified shows you're committed to practices that produce the highest quality beef in the world. And by visiting BQA.org, you can take the online certification course at a time that fits your schedule and from the comfort of your home or office. You'll also find lots of helpful tips on improving animal health and animal handling practices. Get certified, BQA certified, because it's about doing the right thing. Visit BQA.org today and become a member of the BQA team.
Welcome back to the American Rancher. The DeBruckers were one of the first to develop the Lease Bull program. This initiative enabled people to use Charolais bulls in an affordable manner, which in turn created more customers for the Charolais breed.
The kind of bull that we're trying to raise from start to finish, you know, he's got to have a nice small head on him, good smooth shoulders, real good length of body. We want a long bull with a good solid back on him. Their hind quarters need to carry all the way down to the hock and just, you know, be real stout and wide. We want that depth of body in the animal, real barrel shape. That's what we like, is a barrel-shaped animal. And they got to have great feet and legs so they can travel in, you know, tough country like that high desert country in Nevada and Oregon and that kind of thing. I would say the biggest benefit of Charolais bulls over other breeds is the fact that they just bring free pounds to the table for the rancher. You can use our Charolais bulls, they calve well, and then they grow like crazy once they hit the ground. The comments that I get from a lot of customers is that, you know, if I use your Charolais bulls and even some other Charolais bull genetics, is that we can always tell your calves right away at birth and then right on through the growth period of the summer and fall, because they just come out and they're just built right and ready to take off and add pounds.
The first year I bred my calves to Charolais bulls from DeBruckers, I brought them to the feed yard. I weigh every calf individually to be able to collect another piece of data on how my cows are performing and maybe to be able to create a better female herd. But when I started weighing them individually, I found that the DeBrucker Charolais calves that particular year outweighed my black calves by 100 pounds. So that was pretty easy math.
We've been using DeBrucker bulls for right at 25 years now. My dad he's the one that runs this place. He's been around a lot longer than I have, but I've been involved with it since '06. Oh, I'd say the main thing would be their explosive growth on the calves. We've had them, you know, up next to different breeds like Maine Anjou and Angus, and it's just night and day difference.
So our bulls are developed in such a way that, you know, their qualities are expressed and they're really ready to go to work. What makes me proud is that we sell a lot of yearling 12, 13, 14-month-old bulls into that high desert country in Oregon and Nevada. And those bulls are strong enough and they're phenotypically made in the right way that they can go out and just travel that country and really do a good job and get the cows bred without having big problems. And I think, you know, it's genetics that do that, and it makes us feel good to know that our customers can take bulls of that age that are developed that way and they're just ready to go to work.
We will wean the bull calves about the middle of September to the 1st of October. We bring them in and we start them real slow on a high roughage ration. They'll be fed hay for 3 weeks, and then we'll slowly incorporate a little corn and distillers into the ration, feeding the bulls a high roughage ration, trying to get an average of 3 pounds a day gain. Just slowly developing the bulls, but at the same time trying to express their genetic potential. We feel that the way we develop the bulls, growing them slowly, make them stand up better, help them stand up better, and have some longevity out on the range for the customers.
And so I think that one of the biggest bonuses to using DeBruycker Charolais is the fact that besides the hybrid vigor that they bring to the table from just being an outcross, we also have the built-in genetics that will, create even more free pounds than just the hybrid vigor.
If I have problems with a bull that I either lease from them or purchase, they're very good about making sure that they'll find me another bull to be able to get my cows bred on the year. So that's been also a plus, because when you buy a bull from another breeder and that bull goes lame or gets hurt, you're out of a bull and you got to go find another bull. And it's the same situation, but DeBruckers take care of you. Whether they take it out of their own herd, I'm not sure, but I get another bull if I need it.
So I think one of the biggest advantages we have for our Charolais herd, as far as improving our own genetics and knowing if we're heading down the right path, is that we buy a lot of calves back that are directly sired by our bulls. And so that not only helps that producer who's using our bulls, we try to support him as best we can, but it also helps us because we get to see exactly how our cattle perform on grass, in the feedlot, on the rail for the packer. We get to watch that from the beginning to end, and I think we learn faster than most as to how our genetics are performing for the industry.
When the American Rancher returns, we'll learn more about DeBruycker Charolais. Stay with us.
Superior's Country Page is the go-to marketplace if you're in need of buying or selling cattle right now. The Country Page offers feeders, calves, bred stock, and more. Cattle ranchers like the Country Page because it's easy to use. Cattle have a set asking price, and then you have the ability to bid at your own pace. Superior's Country Page also has 24/7 customer service to help you find what you're looking for. Call Superior today and see how the Country Page can help you.
Did you know every dollar invested in the beef checkoff returns $11.20? Did you know that without your checkoff, foreign demand for U.S. beef would have been 6.4% lower? Did you know, due to your checkoff, 15.7 billion more pounds of beef were sold in the U.S.? While you manage your operation, your checkoff investment results in higher prices, which means stronger returns for your bottom line. Get to know your checkoff at mybeefcheckoff.com.
Welcome back to the American Rancher. The DeBruycker aim is clear: to raise cattle that produce the best and create profitability for their customers. The results have been outstanding. Cattle that calve well, grow fast, and attract top beef prices at the packing plant. DeBrucker's many years of dedication, commitment, hard work, passion, and belief has all paid off. DeBruycker Charolais and their breeding stock lines have become a cattle industry's benchmark.
With the cattle market as good as it is today, these prices are extremely high, and when you think about what a Charolais bull has to offer and what I think is what a DeBruycker Charolais bull has to offer, is another 50 pounds at weaning time, maybe even, as we've heard from some customers, up to 100 pounds at weaning time. And if you think about that and you throw $2 a pound or $3 a pound, depending on the weight that your operation produces, that adds up to a lot of money for the producer's pocketbook, and can really help him make big strides into the future, just having those additional pounds besides what he would normally produce.
DeBruycker Charolais is the home of performance, carcass, and show-winning cattle. Commercial cattlemen everywhere know the name for their incredible package of performance, grade, and yield. It's the genetics that bring you what you need.
DeBruckers, we've been going there. I think this was my 22nd year at DeBrucker sale. And we've been using them 22 years, and they've pretty well proven themselves. And what I like about Lloyd is not only do we like the bulls, they hold up in this country. What I like about them is they come to Winnemucca and they bid on their calves. And so it's a win-win for everybody. And so we were up there this spring buying bulls. I don't know how many we took out of there, probably 100 bulls this spring. We've taken more at times. But I guarantee you they'll all be there at Winnemucca bidding on their calves. And the performance of the DeBruycker bulls incredible. And so anyway, that's where it's been a real good relationship there.
One of the reasons we went to DeBruyckers is because they had the cavities figured out, and old-time Charolais were tough on regular cows. And then we've always bought the good, what I consider the better bulls.
The DeBruycker family has purchased my calves historically, and they've given me a premium on them, and so I haven't had to sell anywhere else, but I believe that they are giving me a premium not only in price but also in weight.
We obviously can't buy all the calves, but they seem to really appreciate the fact that we're there, supporting them and buying what we can buy.
Well, you know, we try really hard to support our customers as best we can. The great thing for our customers is that generally our genetics will create premiums for them. And you know, we may not always be able to we can't buy all the calves out of our bulls, but we're always in there bidding on calves out of our bulls, and we're trying to help our customer realize the most income he can off his cattle. And so we try really hard to bid on and buy calves out of our genetics. From the marketing perspective, I would have to say one of the smartest things that we've done is get aligned with Superior and you know, their progressive genetics program, and they help us by, you know, broadcasting our bull sale, and they come out and do a fantastic job videoing the bulls for the sale. And I just think that you know, from the big marketing picture, we do a lot of paper advertising and radio advertising, but I really think that one of the best things we do is working with Superior and having them help work with us to get our name better known throughout the nation. Our annual bull sale is the first Saturday of April each year, and we've begun broadcasting the sale on Superior each year, and it's really been a good way to branch out and get in front of a bigger audience. And a lot of people that call are a little worried about how they're going to bid on a bull or how they're going to handle a bull that far from home. And between the Superior crew and myself and people in my family, you know, we're always trying to be there as best we can to help those new guys utilize our genetics. I wouldn't say that we've ever had a real focus on a certain number we want to get to. We just want to mainly just try to produce the right kind of quality and supply the demand that there is out there for our bulls. So, you know, fortunately we've been able to produce the bulls and the females of the quality that we think that are good for the commercial rancher, and the demand has been there and continued to grow. So, you know, this year we sold about 600 bulls in our annual bull sale on April 4th, and that was up 50 head from the year before, and we'll see what next year brings.
Private treaty seed stock selections are available now, so come visit beautiful Montana this summer. DeBruycker Charolais will help your bottom line.
So as far as the future is concerned, you know, there's a couple different segments to that. One is we've got a lot of young kids coming back to the operation. I've got some nephews and nieces that are interested, and I've got my 4 daughters that, you know, are still pretty young, and I don't know what they'll do, but, you know, I'd hope that 1 or 2 or all 4 of them could be interested in coming back and being part of the operation. And so, you know, the goal is to continue to grow the operation. Right now we market about 600 bulls in our annual sale, and private treaty another 300 to 350 at this time. But I see no reason that, you know, as our name grows and people get more exposed to our genetics, you know, maybe it won't be long and we'll have 1,000 head in the bull sale or something in the future. So as long as the commercial ranchers are looking for DeBruycker Charolais genetics, we want to do what we can to supply them.
We hope you enjoyed our story on DeBruycker Charolais. To find out more about them, visit their website, DeBruyckerCharolais.com. That's all the time we have today. To find out more about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com, or check us out on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. I'm Pam Minnick. For the entire American Rancher team, thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here next time.